What's up, money lovers? Over the past year, I've been making a lot of videos about Amazon. I can't get enough of this company. And after their most recent Q4 earnings report here, just more great news. As you saw, the market reaction, stock up quite a bit, justifiably so. Stock went up 8% yesterday. Pretty crazy. But Amazon's been on a great run here. Company's up, 68% in the last 365 days. And it got me thinking. I think that Amazon is going to be the first company in the world to earn $1 trillion in revenue. I mean, this company is already bringing in more revenue than countries do. It's just insane. But, I want to go through some nuggets from their Q4 report and why I think that and why this is really becoming one of my favorite stock holdings in the portfolio. Stick around to the end of the video too, because I have a very exciting announcement to make. So in 2023, Amazon brought in $574.8 billion in revenue. That is an insane amount of money. It's up 12% over the prior year. It's just extraordinary to be growing double-digit percentages when you reach this scale, but Amazon is an extraordinary company. I think that just with their current, business verticals that they're in, they're already in so many, that there's enough runway for growth there to get to that $1 trillion revenue line. It's really inevitable. And yet, I think there's so many new opportunities that they're getting into that are going to make this happen even faster. So, in 2023, just some of my key takeaways from the report. The company's delivery speeds continue to improve while the cost of delivery declined. So this is something they continue to harp on. 7 billion items arrive the same or next day. And we know, Andy Jassy said repeatedly, the faster that customers receive their items, the more frequently they shop and the more money they spend. So with this company, each quarter and each year, you're getting more revenue, but also more cost savings. They're constantly getting more efficient. Everything from switching to a regional distribution network to their increased use of robotics. These are all things I've discussed in previous videos, but also just continuous innovations. For example, Prime Air Drone deliveries will expand to Italy, the UK, and an additional location in the US in late 2024. Amazon will also integrate drone deliveries into the company's same-day sites, which will provide customers with fast delivery on a greater selection of items. And Prime Air uses drones to safely deliver packages weighing up to 5 pounds in 1 hour or less. So just insane. We're living in like a Black Mirror episode here. But again, all these things, the speed of delivery is just contributing to people shopping more and more on Amazon. You just can't beat the conveniency. And they also launched Sequoia, which is a new robotic system that can store inventory up to 75% faster. It's going to reduce order process time by up to 25%. So they just continue to innovate. Now, I've always thought some industries, they should be safe from Amazon, right? Like the auto market, for example. Surely Amazon will never be able to sell cars, right? Wrong. Amazon is going to begin selling vehicles online in 2024. They're starting with Hyundai, they have a partnership with. And it really just seems that no industry is safe from Amazon. So while Tesla really revolutionized the car buying experience to the great ire of these car dealerships, it's seeming like Amazon may prove to be an even bigger threat to that legacy model. So there's nothing they can't sell. They're going to sell cars. Crazy. On to sports ball, a huge opportunity that Amazon has utilized brilliantly to attract more subscribers. So they increased their total viewership for the second season of Thursday Night Football on Prime Video by 24% year over year. They had double-digit growth, 14% for the second consecutive season in the hard-to-reach 18 to 34-year-old demographic, according to Nielsen. The November 30 Seahawks-Cowboys game attracted 15.3 million viewers, becoming Prime Video's most watched TNF game ever, according to Nielsen. Cowboys, another choked season. Apologies to my girlfriend. It's going to be a sore subject. Big Cowboys fan. They started a new NFL tradition, a Black Friday football game, which is another nail in the coffin for shopping malls. And this is coming on the back of advertising services, which posted 26% growth in the fourth quarter. I'll get to their segment breakdown in a second here. Just wait for the personalized ads on your TV to really take off. This is something revolutionary that Amazon is doing now, whether it's QR codes or an add to Amazon shopping cart option on your TV. This stuff is happening. So let's move on to healthcare. The current healthcare options in the US are absolutely terrible. Don't take it from me. Take a look at this survey below, which I've touched on before, but it's worth revisiting. How well do US adults think select aspects of healthcare are handled in the US? And extremely well. Only 12% said extremely well for healthcare in general, and the numbers just drop off a cliff from there. Prescription medication costs 6% think that that's well. Mental health care 5%. So not too well or not well at all for mental health care. 70% thought it is not too well, and healthcare in general 56% think not too well. Definitely a huge opportunity here. It's truly insane how bad healthcare is in the greatest country in the world. If only a company out there can make healthcare suck less. Enter Amazon. Yet again, Prime members in the US can now add healthcare from One Medical to their Prime membership for $9 per month or $99 annually. And they can include up to 5 additional family members for $6 per month each. So I think there's a lot of potential here because you've got a lot of great synergy between Amazon has now acquired One Medical. They acquired Whole Foods a few years back, and they've got Amazon Pharmacy. So I think that there's obviously a connection here. Those three can really work off each other well. Healthcare is a fast-growing sector. It's seen little innovation in recent years. I think there's a major opportunity here. Again, I've discussed this in depth in the past, so you can check out older videos on Amazon. All right, so let's look at their segment breakdown here. Once again, we had these high growth rates in the double-digit percentages for all of these services segments, so mainly made up of third-party seller services, advertising services, subscription, and AWS, Amazon Web Services. So, these are all huge potential profit margin contributors, and they're growing at a much faster clip than first-party or Amazon's more traditional retail sales. As you can see, online store sales was only up 8%, which is still really good, again, considering the sheer size here, but dwarfed by, 3P, 19%, advertising, 26% growth, subscription, 13%, AWS, 13%. Really strong quarter and just a really strong year, each quarter here, you can see those were all posting, double-digit growth. I mean, advertising grew the fastest in the 20s every single quarter for the last 5. So, Amazon's share of global retail sales is around 3% maybe. Andy Jassy, the CEO, has repeatedly said in the past that 90% of global IT spend is still on-premise. So retail has a huge runway for growth. AWS still has a huge runway for growth. Put all this together and what's not to love? It's for all these reasons and more that I could really go on and on for like an hour here, that I believe Amazon is going to become the first $1 trillion revenue company. These days, when I'm looking at my Amazon position, I feel like the only thing I'm going to regret is that I didn't buy more. All right, so my exciting announcement. So many of you have pledged support in the past. I'm super grateful. I never accepted payments, both on here and on Substack. But now, if you want access to exclusive perks and to support my work, I've officially launched an online community for investors in the market, real estate, and beyond to learn and network. So, obviously the YouTube channel will remain free. My Substack articles will remain free. But if you want access to every stock and options trade I make, access to 6- and 7-figure investors, and insights from a real estate mogul with multiple rental properties, consider becoming a paid member. Going to continue to roll out new features, but you can find the link to that. It's going to be through my Substack. Link is in the description below. Thank you guys for your support. Let me know what you think of Amazon in the comments below. This is Vinny from the Investment Club. I'll see you guys next time.